Hi everyone, my name is Taylor. I'll be teaching you about the Mayans today. With that being said, let's jump into it. Our first slide is on locating the Mayans. The Maya lived in 3 separate sub-areas with distinct environmental and cultural differences. First, the northern Mayans lowlands on Yucatan Peninsula. Second, the southern lowlands in Pitan district of northern Guatemala and the adjacent portions of Mexico. Third, Belize and western Honduras and the southern Mayan highlands in the mountain region of Guatemala. Most famously, the Mayans of the southern lowland region reached their peak during the classical periods of Maya civilization. Early Mayans, from 1800 BC to 250 AD. The earliest Mayan settlement dated to around 800 BC and the beginning of what is called the pre-classic or formative period. The earliest Mayans were agricultural, growing crops such as corn, beans, and squash. During the middle pre-classic period, which lasted about 300 BC, the Mayas farmers began to expand their presence both in the highlands and lowland regions. In addition to agriculture, the pre-classic Mayans also displayed more advances, cultural traits like pyramid building, city construction, and the inscribing of stone monuments. City of Stones, the classic Maya from 250 to 900 AD. The classical period, which began around 250 AD, was known as the Golden Age of the Mayan Empire. Classic Maya civilization grew up to 40 cities, including Tikal, Copian, and Rio Bec. Each city held a population between 5,000 to 50,000 people. At the Mayans' peak, the Mayans' population reached up to 2 million people. Religion. The Mayas were deeply religious and worshipped various gods related to nature. This included the gods of the sun, the moon, rain, and corn. At the top of the Mayan society were kings Quahal Aja, known as the Holy Lords, who claimed to be related to gods and followed a hereditary succession. They believed to serve as mediators between the gods and the people on earth. They perform religious ceremonies and rituals that are important to the Mayans' culture. So here's a quote that I really enjoyed. The great cities of our past were designed as a symbolic landscape that mimicked and enhanced natural surroundings. My ancestors built monuments in concert with the movements of the sun, the moon, and the stars. The sun and traditions concerning time are very important throughout the land of the Mayas. Systematic observation of the path of the sun directly went overhead twice a year, allowing the Mayas to make a very accurate calculation defining the length of the solar year. Maya's art and culture. The classical Mayas built their temples and palaces in step of pyramid shape, decorating them with elaborate reliefs and inscriptions. These sculptures have earned the Mayas the reputation of the great artists of Mesoamerica. Guided by their religious rituals, the Mayas also made a significant advances in mathematics and astronomy, including the use of zero and the development of the complex calendar system like the calendar round based on 365 days, and later the long count calendar designed to last over 5,000 years. The Mayans also made paper from tree barks and made some of the earliest chocolates. So here is another quote that I really enjoy. The Mayas today, we are directed descendants of our ancient cultures made up of expert builders, excellent astronomers, calendar keepers, and experienced artists. We gave community to our traditions, our ways of thinking, and our language, and we are worthy heirs of our origins. To end things off, here is another quote that I found really interesting. My ancestors believed that the sebia of the Mayan tree of life is still the connection between the earth and the sky. Today, the sebia is still considered sacred, and it is often planted at the center of our villages. So here's my resources, and I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Okay, have a nice night.